following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, where every man in a thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be, Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's.
Hey ho, what's up everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We got a great show for you guys today. Before we get started with anything, let's first say hi to our cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hello. Now, if we don't kill this little fucking gnat, we have a gnat. You know what a gnat is? It's smaller than a fly. It's a little teeny thing. And it loves to go in your eyes and eat the phlegm or whatever is around your eyes. It is the most annoying thing in the world, these little gnats. And they get in through the screen because they're so small, they fit through the holes. Whoop, when they come in. And anyway, so, you know, I'm not watching my phone anymore because I go on that. What is it I go on? Instagram. It's bullshit. I have this thing about eye mites. I mean, mites, bugs that live around your eyes. And they say you've got not bed bugs, but you've got mites in your bed, dust mites. I mean, what are they trying to do? Scare people to death? What happened to entertainment when we used to have people make us laugh and have a good time? Now, everything is like, you know, you got to get these pills. You could $600 for the box of antibiotics and all kinds of pills. Yeah, but they don't tell you they only last a year. So if you don't have any of those illnesses and have to use those pills, you've just wasted $600 for the year. So I say to them, fuck you, because you're thieves. You're legal thieves and you're getting away with it. And I hate those commercials. And the one that I really am disappointed in is Dr. Pinzik, whatever his name is. Pinzik?
No, Drew Pins, Dr. Drew. It's Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew. He's another phony peddling that bullshit. And I'm surprised at him. You know, they're so greedy for money. Anyway.
Plus, Ron watches those videos and now he won't eat at about 90% of the restaurants in the world.
No, because I agree with them. All these steakhouses like Sizzler and the Cowboy one, the meat's not real. The meat is some kind of fake shit that they make look like meat. Steak is gone with the wind. I know California, a very good friend of mine who's a chef in a restaurant, one of the better restaurants in Beverly Hills, he said to me that the meat that California gets is third rate. They ship all the good beef out to other parts of the country. I don't know how true that is, but I've eaten some steak that you can have because it's like a friggin' rubber ball. You could have bounced it off the wall 30 times. Anyway,
so you guys,
so much complaining. What can I tell you? That's like.
So you guys, we had a great dinner. We went out with BJ and Shelly Mesick on Thursday night to an Italian restaurant here. It was great to see them. People who watch the show regularly know BJ. He produces all kinds of great movies, and we met him on a movie red carpet premiere actually many years ago. And he comes here for business every year around the same time, and we go to dinner with him and his wife. She's lovely. She looks like, who does she look like? Julianne
Moore. I mean, I felt like I was having dinner with Julianne Moore. It was nice. But I love Shelley. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's just fabulous.
These people are different from me. You know, I'm from Brooklyn, and people from Brooklyn are very special because we have our own way of living, speaking, and we have our own laws, you know, the laws that we have among each other. They come from Washington State, where everybody's just Americana, you know, very white bread. You couldn't get any more white bread than that. And it's interesting when the two cultures get together because she looks at me when I speak like I'm like George Raff or something. And I look at her when she speaks like she's Katharine Hepburn. So it's, it's really interesting how the United States is divided, uh, not necessarily in color, like they like to always keep busting our balls with, but just we're divided with the accents and ways of living. They don't understand my tradition, They're okay with their kids leaving at 18 and never coming back. Me, I'm in mourning yet because my daughter's moved to Pennsylvania. Dog, must you? And I'm in mourning still because the Italians, we don't like our kids to move away. We like to all stay in the same neighborhood. But times are different. Years ago, you had your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunt, your uncle, your cousins, all on the same block. So it was nice. It was family, but not any longer. But I'm getting used to it because, I'm 86 soon. And, how much longer can I wait before I become an American?
So you guys, Astro says hi to everybody.
Hi, Astro.
Astro's good. We want to say Goddess is in the chat room. Hey, Goddess, welcome. Good to see you. Cindy's in the chat room. Ambitious Builds is in the chat room.
So, Goddess, where have you been? I mean, did they kidnap you and you was a white slave and they had you in some room banging a bunch of people? I mean, you were gone for so long.
Now she's back pretty regular, so that's
I
nice.
know that. I'm so happy because
we're happy to see you, Goddess.
Goddess is one of our oldest people. We named her Goddess. Her name is not Goddess, but we named her Goddess because she's a goddess.
And now she uses that as a handle.
Yeah, and she uses it. But she's a goddess.
You guys, she's from back when we very first started doing television, where we first started video. We lived in Pennsylvania. We're talking, a good, probably 10 or 12 years ago.
Yeah, maybe more.
She says she disappeared because she had to move to take care of her parents.
Well, that's a good thing.
That's a good
See,
good reason.
I have this thing about eye mites.
We don't have eye mites. He doesn't have eye mites. He
Well,
just watches those videos. He
in
watches
my mind.
those videos on Instagram and then he freaks out.
No, my eyes are itching because of the pollen, the flowers. I did a number in my garden. I have flowers for days. It's like a fucking funeral. No, really, I have flowers of all kinds and tomatoes and stuff. And that's where our sliding door is to our bedroom. So if you leave the door open, all of that weird shit comes in from the flowers.
And we have flowers all over the place.
And it gets in your nose and your eyes. So the doctor said, get rid of your flowers. And I said, no, I'm going to get rid of you because you're an asshole to tell me to get rid of my flowers. What are you, nuts? I invested a fortune in them and I've taken care of them like they're my children.
He's out there watering every day.
Well, and pruning and making sure the bugs don't get it. That's the Italian in me. The Italians love to cook and grow.
I love it. So anyway.
I mean, I hate when they only have us with guns in our hands. That's part of being Italian, but not all of it.
So real quick, you guys, we have two great guests today. Our second guest is Maxi Bond. She's one of the original members of the Mary Jane Girls, so everybody knows her. The Mary Jane Girls.
Mary Jane?
Mary Jane Girls.
The fuck is that?
It's a fucking group. They were hugely popular. They had two of the biggest dance hits of the 80s.
Mary Jane Girls?
The Mary Jane Girls.
I wouldn't listen to them I would just by their name. It stinks.
Well,
what kind of name? Mary Jane.
Their songs. You were dancing to them at Studio 54.
I was.
They have two huge hit songs. She's fabulous, you guys. They were actually founded by Rick James. And,
to me, Mary Jane was pot or the candy.
It is Mary Jane. Is pot.
Or the candy, the nice. I like the Mary Jane candy.
That's funny. Anyway, you guys, they had two huge hits. One of them was called "In My House," I think, and the other one was called "All Night Long," and they were hugely popular. They topped the Billboard charts. They played on all the major shows, so it'll be a lot of fun. So we have Maxi Bond coming on, and our first guest is Dominick M. Valenti. He's the CEO of Valenti Partners LLC, who also just wrote a new book. and he's from Brooklyn. I think he and Ron are going to hit it off immensely. But before we do that and bring him on, which we're about to do, we want to thank everybody for tuning in last week. So YouTube flagged us on 2 of the videos, and we had to cut them out. But Mark Loverush and Avohi Avoher went to their record label or whatever that posted the stuff on YouTube. And so we're going to repost the show with the songs put back in, and they're going to let it go again because we only got 10,000 plays on YouTube, which is very small for that group of people. We usually get way more. So we're going to re-upload the show this week with all the music and get them to whitelist it. So
what
it won't
songs
go
did
away.
they boycott?
One of the ones that Mark Loverush did with Avohi, and then Avohi's single that comes out on Friday. So we still did good. The show still did good, but we wanted to do better. I think on Instagram we got a couple 100,000 plays, but we wanted to do
Too
better.
many people putting their friggin' fingers in the pot. They should all mind their business, go about their business, do your business, leave us do our business.
There you go.
I
So
can't stand it with this bullshit.
that's just the way it is.
I know that's the way it is, but that's wrong. It shouldn't be.
All right, so we want to thank everybody for tuning into the show. You can tune into us. We're on Libsyn, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. We're on about 150 other platforms, but those are the ones everybody knows. So please keep tuning in every week. We appreciate it. Did I say Spotify? Yes, I said Spotify. Okay. And anything else you want to say before we bring on our first guest?
Nope.
All right, everybody. Now we're going to bring on our first guest to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.
A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. I'm scared to death, Jimmy. I'm scared to death. I talk funny. I look funny. I got funny mannerisms. I don't want the kids to leave home. I eat funny food. I'm scared to death. I got my security guard here, though.
Who is?
Oh, look at this. So this is Chanel. This is Chanel, everybody.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the
This is
one.
her.
Isn't it
This is her.
ridiculous how we love these little dogs?
Right? Well, she's gonna go down and play now. So
I won't fly to New York because I can't fly my dog. Don't fly your dog, by the way.
no, we
little
don't.
Ones, the little ones like that can go deaf, you know.
You know what
So
it is,
we're not-
Ron? I have a plaque on my wall. It's Snoop. It's Charlie Brown in a hoodie, and Snoopy's in the back. And it says, if I can't bring my dog, I ain't coming. And that's me. I have missed family functions, parties, everything else. Okay. Okay. Thanksgiving to me, if Chanel can't come, I have a turkey here. I'll watch football on the couch by myself. Open up a bottle of Chianti. I'm good. I don't need none of that crap.
We
She
feel,
can't
we,
come, I
feel
don't
the, sa- we feel the same way about Astro. Astro's like my kid. I call him my son.
Exactly.
I love my little baby. Are you kidding?
We don't have kids, but here we are, and she is the baby. It's amazing how somebody that small can take up an entire bed, though. I still don't know. She's like a
No,
snake.
I cracked up laughing when I
Stand.
saw the birthday party you threw for the dog. That
Thank
was
you very much. We had some fun. We had
fabulous.
some fun. We had
Well,
some
that's very, very Brooklyn. You know, that's what I miss. When I was in Brooklyn and hanging out with all my Brooklyn friends, we had parties for every reason. I mean,
Exactly.
it was wonderful.
Exactly.
And we laughed and we danced and drank. It was great.
You have a good time. You know what? I always say this. I said, I do what I want to do. I only do the things that I have fun doing because I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. I might not be here tomorrow. So I don't know. So I'm going to have fun today. I'm going to do what I need to do today. And that's the same thing with business and with pleasure and everything else. I only work with people. I only take on projects that I enjoy the person. I can't work with somebody I don't like, and I don't. So, we do.
Well,
we do some
that's
things.
of course. Where are you from in Brooklyn?
Bensonhurst, originally. Bensonhurst.
Right.
Now we
I was born in Red Hook.
Okay. Now,
And,
Red Hook has the best hamburger in the state. Red Hook Tavern. No
I
joke.
don't know. I don't
Red
go
Hook
back.
Tavern.
Okay, so wait, I want to go back to the dog.
I don't go back to Red Hook.
So first of all, we want to do our introduction. So now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, you guys, CEO of Valenti Partners LLC, and author Dominick Valenti. And we were talking about Chanel, his dog, So I got Dominick actually sent me a party favor from the party. This is Chanel. She's a beautiful Yorkie. It's got the Chanel logo. It lights up on the side. And these were on the tables at the party for many hundreds of people, along with the Chanel bottle of wine.
And that's homemade, Ron. That's homemade.
And the wine is homemade?
Yes, the wine is homemade. Absolutely.
Oh, I didn't drink it because I didn't want to open it. It's so pretty. But anyway, I'm just letting you guys know. So us dog people are crazy, and we love our dogs, and we take our dog almost everywhere. Not everywhere, but almost everywhere. Let me put this down.
I fight with Jimmy because I want the dog all over. And Jimmy says, no, you can't bring him there. I said, well, fuck them. What are they going to do? Throw me out? I tell them it's a service dog. Prove me wrong.
That's right.
By the time they prove me wrong, a month went by. What do I give a shit? I use the restaurant.
In New York, and I researched this because there was an issue with somebody gave us a hard time of bringing Chanel in, and I called the Attorney General, and I got a letter. One of the only good things that Letitia James ever did, in my opinion, we don't want to get on the political diatribe, and she said it is illegal. It is illegal in the state of New York for someone to even ask you if that's a service animal or what your pitch is. If you say she is a service animal, that's it. They can't ask you what she performs, what service she does. That's it.
Same here.
Magic
That's
word.
the same way it is here.
Good for you. Magic word. That's it. Because you know what? I mean, I understand. I've seen people, bringing their service python on an airplane. All right, she's 3.5 pounds, 4 pounds tops.
So Astro's
Doesn't bother
7.
anybody.
Astro's
7, but the problem is, like, if you take him to a restaurant, he won't sit still. He wants to jump up on the table and he wants
no. He doesn't want. He behaves beautifully.
He wants to eat.
You're the neurotic one because you're the one that don't move, step, sit. If you leave him alone, he sits on the table and eats,
on the table
and eats with me. I give him a little food.
Ronnie, it wouldn't bother me if he was sitting on the table. I don't care what he does. He's a good guy. But some people get upset and everything else. And
well, after I'm through with the table, if they would get somebody to sterilize or clean it like they're supposed to, we have no problem. But they don't clean restaurants. We've never had filthier restaurants in the history of America than now. And the creatures that work in them with their long jet black hair down to their ass, I've had more hair in my food than ever in my life. It's disgusting. It's really, they have to wear hair nets. If you're going to work in the kitchen,
it's a killer. All right, we hate it.
I hate, like, you go back to 13th Avenue, and there's a couple of restaurants that I like, and the staff is all changed. It used to be nice Italian boys or girls. Now it's all Hispanic people. And I don't know what the fuck they're doing in an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn. I mean, they're really out of bounds.
We don't have any Italian people working in the Italian restaurants here.
No more.
We have a Chinese restaurant in our neighborhood that's owned and operated by Mexicans. And the food is actually pretty good. I just can't get over the fact that I'm ordering mugu gai pan and egg foo young from a guy named Julio.
No, that's the same way it is
doesn't
here.
register with me.
We have to drive 40 minutes to get to a good Chinese restaurant. There's 3 good Chinese restaurants, but they're all in different towns.
They're not even really good. They're kind of like,
they're not like New York Chinese.
Okay. What happens now is where we live, the Coachella Valley is like 80% Mexican now. It's like totally. They live here, they serve, they work. It's totally a Mexican place. And they put jalapeno in everything. And I don't understand how I have to order Chinese food and say, is there jalapeno in it? And they say, yes. Italian food, jalapeno, yes. They even have jalapeno ice cream.
Yeah, we have jalapeno ice cream, jalapeno, everything in the grocery store. Everything's jalapeno. And we can't eat it at all.
Unless you like your stomach on fire.
Not me.
Me neither.
Not me either. So
we have to tell them not to put it in there, which is funny.
Well, right. I hope Ben and Jerry's isn't listening and they didn't get any ideas, because I'm a big Ben and Jerry's guy, and I don't want to have any Ben and Jerry's putting jalapeno in anything I'm eating. So
That's right.
no,
Ron
no
likes
thank
to call the Chinese food in New York, though. He calls it Jewanese food, and it's so much better. He's like, the Chinese food is so much better on the East Coast than it is.
Oh,
And
it's
even in the
great.
chat room, they're saying that.
No, in New York, you go to a Jewish neighborhood, you got the best Chinese there is. Are you kidding?
Ron,
best
I'm going to tell you.
pizza.
I'm going to tell you a crazy story. All right. I have a number of attorneys, investment banking. Hopefully, I have a bunch of attorneys. One of my attorneys said to me, it was a Sunday afternoon. He says, "Listen, I'm going to pick you up. We're going to go and have dinner. Me, you, and my brother and my cousin." I said, "Okay." So him and his brother, who I knew, right, and his cousin was Eddie Antar. You know who Eddie Antar was, right?
I don't.
Crazy Eddie. Ron knows who Crazy Eddie was. Crazy Eddie
sold televisions and stuff.
Well, he said he sold television. He sold boxes with stuff in it. But Eddie was a character, and Eddie, big.
Crazy Eddie. I didn't know Crazy Eddie was Italian.
He's Jewish guy.
Jewish.
Eddie Antar, and we went to a kosher Chinese restaurant. And I said, "You're kidding me!" And it was a kosher Chinese restaurant.
Well,
So I can cross that off my bucket list. I have been to dinner at a kosher Chinese restaurant with Crazy Eddie. So
you just can't order sweet and sour punch and pork.
can't do that. Right, exactly.
That's
But it was actually good. It was good food. It was good food, and all the waiters were Chinese, but they were all Jewish. And they were all kosher Jews. They Chinese guys with the yarmulke on, and it was great. It was,
People don't understand that.
but it was very good. Food was great.
People don't understand that Jewish is a religion, not a nationality.
Not a nationality, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah. Anyway, we're moving back to Florida. We're moving back to Boca
I heard.
because this California is for the birds. You can have it. You know, our gasoline now is almost $8 a gallon.
I follow that every day.
I mean, could you believe that bullshit? What is this Newsom moron, asshole, faggot doing? I mean, I really
No politics.
That's not politics. I was talking about
No, that's
gas.
just an opinion.
So you know how much it costs for me to get my? I don't know how much it costs in New York to get a car registered. You have a driver, so you probably don't even have to pay it. But in Florida, it was like $50 or something to get your car registration.
Like that. Yeah.
I had to pay $850 for mine here in California. And Ron's car is an antique classic car, and his is like almost $500. For a car that's 20 something years old.
For the privilege of owning a nice piece of
Car.
a nice something.
Well,
that you earned in-
I fell in love with this car when I bought it in '04. It's an Audi TT Roadster, bright yellow convertible,
Mhm.
and it's a beauty. I mean, it's really, and I love it. And Jimmy keeps telling me, Ron, you could put so much money in it, get a new car. I said, Jimmy, the car that I want that's new is going to cost at least $120,000 or more. Okay. Even if you put it on time payments, it comes out to a lot of money a month.
Sure.
My car is free.
You
I
pay for
own it outright. It costs me nothing. So if I have to put parts in it, it's okay. It's still cheaper than a Bentley.
He loves his car. He loves
I
his
would
car.
I would like a Bentley convertible. Who wouldn't? But no, a Bentley convertible that's a girl's car. But I like my Audi. It's a rough and tough car. Looks like a spaceship. That's why I
It's
like
fun.
it.
So let's go to
Wait,
Dominick.
did you ever miss Brooklyn?
I'm in Brooklyn.
You live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I'm still in
You're
Brooklyn.
still in Brooklyn.
Well, we have a home in the city, and I still have the house that I grew up in. So we're back and forth. I have an office in Brooklyn. My home office is in Brooklyn. I have one on Avenue of the Americas, one on 14 Wall, and I have an office if I'm in Brooklyn. I stay in Brooklyn. I can do some work, and I'll stay there for a couple of days and enjoy it. I have a house out in the Hamptons. We go out there, relax. But the Hamptons are very similar to California because it's where I live is Sag Harbor, and that's the older folks like me.
We love Sag Harbor. There used to be the best little
great.
hamburger joint right there, but it closed. But it was like the best little hamburger joint ever.
We don't have to go. Where the Sag Harbor is not where the college kids get 30 kids, rent a house for 2 months, and trash the place.
Right.
Sag Harbor is all people our age and older, and they don't worry about how much money I have because no matter how much I have, they have more than me. So I'm
Right.
thrilled.
And things in Brooklyn have gone up way back
Crazy.
40, 50 years ago. My friends in Brooklyn said, Ron, you and your wife move back to Brooklyn. You know, what are you doing out on Long Island? I said, it's okay. So we went house looking in Mill Basin. On the water, a canal, a lovely brick house, and I think they wanted 300 or 250. And I said, yeah, that's a lot of money. You got to be kidding.
Know what it's
I
worth
think-
now, right?
About 3 million. 3 million.
To put another zero at the bottom of it, that's what it's worth.
Yeah.
now.
So, you know,
Couple zeros,
but
many
I
zeros.
liked it because we used to go to the Mill Basin boatyard,
Right.
and all the boats would be lined up one after another. And I would go from boat to boat to boat, eat and drink here. By the time I got to the fourth or fifth boat, I was bombed and so full of food. But I miss those days. I don't have that kind of life anymore. I live a very crappy life now.
Ah,
Yeah, it's not good. That's why I want to get back to Boca, because all my Brooklyn friends now live in Boca.
well, I'll tell you this. I am a 4th degree knight in the Knights of Columbus. And we have a big house, a big, council in Sheepshead Bay, Baron DeKalb. And you go out there, they have a kitchen, great chef, nice bar. You sit out on the patio, you have your lunch, you watch the boats, you're on the water, you smell the water, you get the water, you get the feeling of the water on your skin. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. And it's all folks like us. It's all
No, I
folks
love
like
Oh,
it.
yeah. Well, that area stayed.
Sure.
You see, the Italians kept it that way. They scared everybody. They said, if you move in here and you're the wrong color,
not
or
gonna
the
like it.
wrong nationality, you're going to kill you.
Not like
Well, they kept them out of the neighborhood. It's a very, very racist and prejudiced neighborhood.
So let's go to Dominick a little bit, you guys. So Dominick, you guys, like I said, he's the CEO of Valenti Partners. He's born in Brooklyn. He had Italian immigrant parents. He was a baseball stud. He was a pitcher, you guys.
catcher. As a catcher.
Oh, you were a
As a
catcher?
As a catcher. Yeah, I was a
You
catcher.
know what? One of your interviews I read online said you were a pitcher.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, they get it wrong. I'm only 5'9", so
Okay, so he's a great pitcher, you guys. He had a setback in high school. He was at a great school. He had contracted leukemia, and he survived and went on to play baseball for St. John's University, which is a fucking great school, by the way.
Yeah.
And then he got out of school and got onto Wall Street and kicked ass ever since.
pretty much. Well, it's good talking to you guys. Thanks. You guys are all covered.
So he's did you go to Columbia at any time? 'Cause some
I
people
have-
did Columbia.
I have I like to say I have 3 master's degrees. One
Okay.
from Columbia,
Uh-huh.
one from NYU,
Uh-huh.
and one from UCLA.
Okay.
University of the corner of Lexington Avenue. Because
Yes.
I learned just as much on the street corner growing up and in life as I did in the classroom.
That's what he
And,
would
and
tell
that's
you,
what the
too.
book is all about, really. I mean, I still go back to Columbia every year in NYU, and I asked, give a talk to the grad school kids. Now, when I went to graduate school, I'll be 65 in June. So now that's where you're supposed to say you don't look it. You look like you're still 35.
You
Yeah.
still look like
You
you're
missed-
35.
You missed it.
I
No,
don't,
you didn't give us enough time.
no, I don't say that because I don't like it when it's said to me, gee, you don't look 86. You look great for your age. What the
Yeah,
fuck
thanks.
am I supposed to look like?
Look like me, right? I always get a kick out of it on your birthday. Do you feel another year older? No, I feel a day older. I'm not a year older. I'm a day older. Yesterday, I'm a day older. Common sense. But I always say, I go back to the school and I'll talk. Now, when I went to graduate school, I was on Wall Street already. I was at Lattenberg Foreman. And their deal was, and most companies were, if you went to graduate school, you would pay for your tuition. And if you got a B average, they would reimburse you your tuition fees. So that was great. You're going to pay for my education. Beautiful. So I go back now and I see, and I was in class and there was 25 people in the class. 24 of them were white men between 30 and 50. There was the oddball, person of color, or there was never a girl or a woman or a female. Now I go back, there are people from all over the world, men, women, everything. And they're all trying to learn. And I walk in and the first thing they say is, doctor, what is your name? I said, well, I'm not a doctor. I've got 2 master's degrees, and that's too many. So I didn't really need. They look nice on the wall. People say, "Wow, you must."
I'm surprised you didn't get beaten up in Brooklyn.
Nah, me?
For having all those degrees.
Nah, come on.
Somebody didn't knock the shit out of you.
I know a lot of guys. And I was one of the guys. So, statute of limitations is gone. But now they'll say no. So I said, well, who's got the book? Who has the book? And they're so timid. And they raise their hand, and I pick on the meekest looking one that I can find. I say, could you come up here, please? And bring the book with you. And he'll give me the book. And the first time they'll flip it over, I'll say, $119.95. That's a lot of money. Now, you know why you use this book, right? And I said, because the guy in the back of the room wrote it. That's why your professor wrote the book. That's why you had to spend $120 on this book.
So he had a little gimmick on there.
He's getting, well, that's what they all do. So I said, but this is a great book, and you should keep this for the rest of your life. And they get all excited. I said, no, I'm serious. I'm not joking now, guys, really. Because one day you're gonna have a house of your own or an apartment, and you're gonna have a table with a wobbly leg, and you can do this with the book. You shove it under that leg, and the table won't wobble anymore. Or you have a window that won't close. Will stay open. So you chalk it under there like that, and you close the window, and it'll stay open. Because this book is useless. And the professor now is steaming. And I said, well, let me ask you a question. And it's a line right out of A Few Good Men. Where's the mess hall? I mean, you never had a meal in 3 years at Gitmo. You never had a meal.
I know. He won't know it, but I know it.
I just follow the crowd to chow, sir. But I said, look, what are you going to do? Open up the book to the page where you're sitting in a meeting and you're representing your client who's selling his company for $35 million to a Fortune 100 company. And before the meeting starts, he whispers in your ear, I need to speak to you because the numbers I gave you aren't accurate.
Uh-oh. You
take him outside, and I say, and I'm assuming that you overstated them. You didn't understate them, right? Oh, no, I overstated them. So, in other words, you cooked the books. See, Bensonhurst, we call it cooking the books. We didn't overstate anything. We cooked the books. We lied. That's what you did.
Lied.
That's what you did. You lied. You either told the truth or you lied. So now I have to, what do? You cancel the meeting or you just let it ride? Now, if you let it ride, I'm going to make $3.5 million on this deal. 10%. What would you do? And they were
what's best for me, I would do.
They also think, I said, raise your hand. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to grade you. I would keep my mouth shut and keep the money. I said, and that's the first mistake, and that'd be the last mistake you ever make, because Wall Street, you guys think Wall Street's a big place?
Not a big place.
I know everybody, and everybody knows me. And what is said about me over 42 years is very simple. He is a pain in the keister to deal with. He is arrogant. He tells you exactly what he thinks. If he doesn't like you, he's going to tell you.
But sounds like me.
He's just like
but
it's Brooklyn.
He tells the truth. And if he says he's going to do something, he does it. Because I turn down 90% of the deals I see because either I don't think I can finance it, I don't like the people involved with it, or I don't have faith in the business. And I'm not going to turn around and take on that project because, unlike most, I don't take money up front. I'm dead set against that. I just don't do that. And, that's just not my thing. If I take money up right now, Jamie Dimon and Chase Manhattan, they do. They're Chase Manhattan. Goldman Sachs does. Morgan Stanley does. I don't. I said, look, I'm gonna look at this and I'll let you know yes or no. And if I say yes, 99% of the time it's going to get financed. If I say I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to do it.
Not going to do it.
I'll give him a referral of somebody. Hey, go see this guy. But that's how it is, and that's why I've lasted so long, because you can't, you can't be everything to everybody, and there are things I just won't do. I mean, I will not do.
Yeah, but the last thing you want is the name bullshit artist.
Exactly.
Because in Brooklyn, if that's it, you're finished.
You're toxic. Nobody wants you.
Because that's part of our upbringing is don't corner, and don't think you're so smart that you can get away with anything, because you can't. You'll always get caught.
Ron, I'll tell you
So
what.
if you
we
tell
have-
the truth, you can't get caught in a lie.
We have nieces and nephews and stuff, and they're all shapes and the little guys kill me. They'll come in and they'll try to work it. My Air Jordans, my father won't get them for me because I said, wait a minute, you want a pair of Air Jordans? Yeah. Don't start telling me stories. Because I've created, told, and forgot more stories than you could ever remember. I pulled more jobs than anybody ever has. And I learned from guys that did them before me. So here's the deal. What's your report card look like? Pretty good. What's pretty good? Define pretty good on a number line. And they'll tell me. All right. Tell you what we do. I think you could do better. I see your next report card, and if you have a little improvement, you get whatever you want. You don't have any improvement, you're stuck. That's it. And many a time, well, you said if I should. I said, no. I said if you improved, I would get you Air Jordans. I didn't say just because I could look at your
sneakers, just so you know.
Well,
Air Jordans are sneakers. Just so you know.
very expensive sneakers that moms and dads get very upset with me when I buy them because they're a couple $100 a pair. And once you get one pair, you can't go down. So now my mom and dad
are stuck into it.
Right,
Again,
exactly.
all the time.
Part of
Which
my charm.
I want to go back real quick to you guys. He mentioned the reference to A Few Good Men, which is a conversation Dominick and I had when we first met a long time ago. It's a movie that both of us love. I know all the lines in it, and so does he. But everybody should actually watch the movie. It's Tom Cruise and Demi Moore,
Nicholson,
and
Kevin Bacon, and
Jack Nicholson. It's a great movie.
Kevin Pollock.
If you haven't seen it,
so many people in that movie, that you know now that you didn't know then.
Dominick is a wealth of encyclopedia of movies. A lot of times they're really obscure, but so am I. I'm good with the really obscure ones, so we know a lot together. But I want to do a little thing. So you guys, it's ValentiPartnersLLC.com. I wrote this little thing down, and then we're going to talk a little bit about your new book. All right, so this is the services that they provide: consulting, the recapture of non-performing assets, biotech project funding, real estate financing, oil and gas exploration and development financing, and movie and entertainment financing, which is the one that is the one that I like a lot. And Dominick has just written a book, you guys. He can show it, and I can show it. And the name of the book is called What They Will Never Teach You in Grad School, Not Even at Harvard. And Wall Street Lessons They Don't Teach in the Classroom by Dominick M. Valenti. And on the back, there's an about the author. And if you see, we even have Chanel in the picture on the back of the book.
The brains of the operation.
So you guys, the book, it challenges the core central thinking and reveals how entrepreneurs can grow companies without giving away ownership. It's a real-world guide to capital control and building lasting companies. And then he uses this great analogy throughout the book, using a pizza. And once a slice of pizza leaves, it rarely comes back.
Never comes back. Somebody eats it.
That's right. So part financial strategy guide, part entrepreneurial manifesto, focuses on not just building companies, but on owning them. And it's a really, really good book, you guys. It just came out. It's available on Amazon now. It's what is $16.99, I think, right?
Hardcover's like $16 or $17, and
yeah, $16.99 on Amazon. It's also available on Kindle. And
look at you on the cover.
There
How
you
much
go.
work did you do to this photograph?
nothing.
Got to talk to my publicist.
You don't even look like you. You look like.
Thanks,
what's
Ron.
his name?
Appreciate it, Ron. Thank you.
I'm going to bust your balls a little bit.
It wouldn't be you if you didn't.
No, my audience expects it. They're all listening and saying, why is Ron being so tame? No, I'm only kidding you. You're handsome. All Italians are handsome. I'm sorry. We're a beautiful race. Look, Sophia Loren, me.
Sophia Loren, me, you.
Top two. Those are my top two.
No, Italians are gorgeous people. That's why all the women that are hot.
There you go.
Listen, I was a hairdresser. All the Jewish women in Rego Park, they'd all go to Italy on vacation without their husbands to get stopped by the Italian guys because they play hide the salami and they loved it.
I got a couple of cousins that still live in the old country. They're probably laughing right now when they hear this and say, "Yeah, your Ron is right. Ron is telling the truth. Ron is telling the truth."
I have cousins all in Genoa. I have two generations of cousins. I visit them. It's nice.
Well,
But
Ron-
Italian people are very, very special people, and I think the world has found that out. When we first came here as immigrants, we were treated like shit. We were hung, killed, murdered, beaten. Our wives, women were raped. I mean, the horrible things they did to Italians, nobody talks about. They only talk about the new immigrant, how big deal. We did not get what the new immigrants get. We didn't get money. We didn't get telephones. We got shit. We got kicked out of neighborhoods. Nobody would hire you. I remember, my grandfather, he had to go to La Mano Nero, the Black Hand,
Mhm.
who was the beginning of the mafia in
That's why
Italy.
it started.
And my uncle was Vincenzo Vincenzani, who had all the tablecloths and napkins in the restaurant business. And if you didn't use him, they blew up your restaurant. They really did. They blew it up. And that's what the Italians had to do to survive. They had to become the rough and tough people. But there's no such thing as the mafia, and we know that.
That's
the
a
mafia,
rumor. Ron, I'm
the
going to tell
mafia
you.
is Hollywood. Hollywood made the mafia.
I'm going to tell you a story about Italian family, and this I can tell you because this happened to me. I was born and raised. I lived in a 3-family house. My mom's parents on the top floor, my dad's parents on the second floor, and us on the first floor. I was adopted, and my parents were in their late 30s, early 40s. So now an Italian kid adopted by a family who has no children. Every time I dirtied my diaper, it went right to the Smithsonian. It was a work of art. This was the greatest thing. I never cried. I was the perfect child. Right?
I was too. I was adopted also.
Well, there you go. It's a lot of synergy there. So I'm playing. Now here we are. We fast forward. I go to a very, very prestigious school, high school, Catholic school, and I'm gonna play ball. So I don't want to go, but I'm going for a scholarship, and they're paying everything. And my mother and father aren't. You're going. All right. I got no say in the matter. No, you got no say in the matter. You go. Okay. So we have our seasons over. I was going into after my sophomore year of high school, and we'd always have to have a physical after the season because they wanted to make sure you didn't have anything wrong. That you were going to go home for the summer. There was no problem. And back then, it sounds crazy now. You're in high school. You still went to the local pediatrician until you got out of high school. I mean, you were still a kid. So my pediatrician says, I want you to go see a specialist. And he gives me the name, and it says underneath, oncologist. What the hell is an oncologist? So I go, and these are the guys, Ron. I go see Freddie Cuccinello and Joey Montemarano. My left hand, my right hand. What the hell's an oncologist? I don't know. You're the smartest one of us. What the hell do we know? So you have to go to the Encyclopedia Britannica because there was no internet or computer.
Right.
And
Right.
I'm looking, right? So I find it. Cancer doctor. Well, that can't be. I got shit to do. Excuse me. I got to go play for the Yankees. I got to get a Corvette. I got my skin to clear up. I got to get a hot girlfriend. I got crap to do. Well, I can't be bothered with this nonsense. So we go to the doctor. And the doctor comes in, nice guy. I felt terrible for him. My mom is sitting on my left-hand side. My dad is sitting on my right-hand side. Neither one of them spoke much English. So the doctor's explaining that I have leukemia. And about maybe 5 minutes into the explanation, I think my mom got it first. And she starts yelling at my father through my ear to him. Basically, what did your family do to my baby? My father says, I don't care. You're from Sicily. Don't blame me. And she says, well, you're from Tirreno. You're with the mountain goats. You sneak over the border. You mix in with everybody. And they're going at it. I thought it was going to be like Ali Frazier. Doctor says to me, Dominick, what's happening? I said, they're trying to figure out where I came from, what side of the family. He goes, well, you have to explain to them that. I said, bro, relax. I was adopted. He says, well, and then he goes, oh, well, I said, right, exactly. You're just going to keep quiet and you're going to let them kill each other for the next 6 months and you're going to get me better. Because like I said, I got shit to do. And if that's not the genesis of the Italian family. God, the baby's sick. But who caused it? Who caused it?
Yes.
Whose fault is it? Somebody's always got to be at fault. You got to have somebody to blame. So,
That's
that's
because they didn't understand.
they had no education. They nothing. They had no education. But you know what they taught me? They taught me a lot of stuff about the corner of Lexington Avenue too. My father told me, I go to a new school. I don't know anybody, right? All right, yeah. I don't know any of these kids. I don't want to go. My father said to me, hey, just be yourself. If they don't like you, they don't like you.
Fungal.
They got better things than you do. I can't afford to. I said, I'm not worried about that, Dad. He says, just remember one thing. And I never forget this, and I still do this day. He says, if you got to lie to somebody to make them like you, they ain't worth having as a friend. I've used that 1,000 times in my life from a guy who had a 4th grade education.
Perfect.
You can get all the master's degrees and all the. It's important. I'm not going to belittle education, but you learn from everybody. You can learn something every day from somebody, and it's true. It really is.
I love it. So go back to the book real quick. I just want to get it out there. I just sent a picture of it to somebody who's listening.
Thank you. The book.
What they will never teach you in grad school, not even at Harvard. Wall Street lessons they don't teach in the classroom. So give us your little plug on the book.
The reason why I wrote the book is because people will come to me, and people say, investment banker. I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not a trader. I don't do any of that. I finance companies. I raise capital for companies, whether they're a startup company, a concept, or they're an existing company that has hit the skids or whatever. So that's what I do. And I get investors to put money in. And I always tell everybody, do not give up equity in your company. And they're so conditioned. They watch Shark Tank. And you watch, Kevin O'Leary. Oh, I'll do this, but I want 25%. And they all do the same thing. That's totally wrong for the company. And it's wrong for the investor too. If you're starting a company and I come in and I give you, they talk about angel investors, a little, an initial investment. Well, I'm going to give you $200,000 and I want 25% of your company. A lot of people are so desperate, they'll take that $200,000 and they won't think anything about giving 25% of the company to them. Well, you just valued your company at $800,000 and there's not a damn thing I can do about it. Because anybody that can count on their fingers to 4 knows it. So there's nothing I can say. There's nothing I can do. You just buried yourself. But here's the reason, and this is what I tell my investors too, but I'll talk about the company first. I tell my company, you don't want a partner unless they're going to bring something to the table other than capital that can help you. Now, if you're a manufacturer and you manufacture screws, well, if you got a guy who
What?
Screws. It's just an example.
and now you have a company that manufactures bolts, you might want to work together. That's something. There's some synergy there.
Right.
Just because a guy's got money, his grandfather could have died and left him money. That doesn't mean he's smart. If you buy stock in Amazon, you don't get to pick up the phone and tell Bezos what color trucks to paint the trucks, do you?
Right. No.
You sit back, you take a dividend. The company will run or not run, and it will run better without outside interference. Now, and I tell my investors too, you don't want his equity. Because what's the national sport of the United States these days? It used to be baseball. Now it's lawsuits. My favorite.
The national sport of the United States used to be baseball. Now it's lawsuits.
The lady gets her coffee at McDonald's, right? Puts it between her legs, hits the speed bump, burns herself, and she got like a $15 million settlement.
Yeah.
Whoever was on that jury has got to be the 12 dumbest people in the whole world. And the judge should have been disbarred for saying, wait a minute. I heard what you said, but I'm overriding you because that's ridiculous. If God wanted you to put your coffee between your thighs, that's where he would have put your hands. Okay? Yep. So that's just dumb. But just because people have money doesn't mean that they can contribute. And what happens if the company gets sued and you own 20% of the company? Guess what? You're sued too. You had nothing to do with it. You can't defend yourself. Now it costs you $200,000 to get out of it, and you never get that money back either. There's your slice of pizza. So you just want to make the investment into a company that you think is solid And that's why I'm there, because you're going to take my opinion. You're going to take my expertise as an investor, and you're going to take my expertise and my opinion as a company, and you're going to listen to me. And if you listen to me, you'll be successful.
I love it.
And I,
Well,
and
you
I,
gotta get his
Wait,
book, you guys.
what do you feel about the new mayor? Because my friends own buildings. No, my friends own buildings in Bensonhurst, Mill Basin, whatever. And now they were informed they're going to double their taxes on the buildings.
and freeze the rent.
Yeah.
So he's
So-
going to have a higher tax bill and no income. So what's going to happen?
The shit's gonna
What's
fall
going to
apart.
happen? Somebody's going to get a gun and shoot him.
Well, we hope not. But see, and I say this, and this is a little different than most people. Shame on the people of New York for voting for this idiot.
Absolutely.
Shame on the people of California for voting Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom and what's that, Maxine Waters and the rest of those clowns you guys have out there. Shame on the people of New York for voting for Andrew Cuomo because his father was a good man.
Right.
We got what we deserved. We got what we
You know
deserved.
what? But nobody running was decent anyway. No matter who you voted for, you got a piece of shit in office.
But you can have the lesser of the two.
Well, that's
Yes.
that's a horrible way of looking at
I'll
it.
give you an example. I'll give you an example. We live next door to each other. It's election day. We pull out into the driveway. We're home from work. Hey, have you voted yet? No. Let's go. We walk around the block. We go to the grammar school or the library or wherever we vote. So we take a walk around the corner and we vote. Doesn't matter who you voted for. You do your thing. I do my thing. And we're finished. And we see across the street is a Baskin Robbins. So we go, hey, I'll buy you an ice cream cone. Hey, I haven't had an ice cream cone in a long time. You know, you go to Baskin Robbins, you get 31 choices. You know, you go to vote, you get 2.
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of silly? I mean, think about it. Isn't that kind of stupid?
Yes.
Nobody thinks in this country anymore. Nobody thinks.
No, I don't think that's the problem. The problem is I'm 80, I'll be 86 years old soon, okay? I can go way back to 1945. 1945, America was basically a white country. Everybody was European. Black people came here, brown people came here, yellow people came here, but in small groups. Now we have the greatest majority of Hispanic people that's ever been in America. They're gaining momentum in office. They're becoming political. They're becoming educated. And they're thinking their way. And their way is a communist way because that's what their country taught them. There's that fucking little gnat. This is why they voted. You think the white people voted for that guy?
All the Jewish people voted for him.
Jewish people are a little demented because I have a lot of Jewish friends.
All of them?
No.
And they said that we don't want the war in Israel because we are Jewish. We're not Israelis. And they feel separate from Israelis, so therefore they don't like the war. So what's happened is the majority of the people in New York City are Hispanic, Black, and some white that move to Long Island, they move to Florida, they move all over the fucking place. So you don't have the voting power that you had in 1945, nor do you have the political love of America as we had in 45 when the war was over. We fought very hard. We sacrificed terribly in that war, and we love our country. Young people today, they think being communist is cool because I don't have to work. I don't have to buy it. They're going to give it to me free. Yeah, your ass is itchy if you think that, baby, because that ain't going to
Well,
happen.
that's what's happening, though. But
That's
yeah, let me give you
morons.
Okay, go ahead.
2 rebuttals to that. And I know this because I know the people intimately. There's a gentleman by the name of John Katzimatidis. John Katzimatidis came from Greece as a boy, poor. Worked in a grocery store that you know very well, Ron, Gristedes.
Oh, yeah, Mercedes.
Grew up and wound up buying the company. Is a billionaire, a self-made billionaire.
Good for him.
Worked like a mule to support his family and to give himself and his family a great life. Now, John owns WABC radio in New York. Number one radio station. John's a friend of mine. I know John. Lovely guy. Ran for mayor. He's, you know, he didn't win. He doesn't look the part. Bright man, doesn't look the part. So now he's got a guy named Curtis Slewa, who started the Guardian Angels.
Yeah, we know who he is. Oh, we don't know him, but we know who he is.
Well, I know him very well. I'll send you a picture of me and him at parties. He's a well. He had his sister kidnapped for publicity. How's that? Bless you. How's that for a good guy? Had his sister kidnapped. Also claimed that John Gotti had him shot, or John Gotti Jr. had him shot, but then went to a family wedding of the Gottis. Now, if that family shot me, I'd be damned if I'd go to any of their social events. Unless I came with, you know, a bunch of Marines with, you know, with AK-47, whatever they got, and did some deal.
I love it.
So he's a fraud. Now, he was asked by Katsimatidis and everybody else, step out of the race. All you're going to do is you're going to take votes away from Andrew Cuomo, who isn't the best choice either, but you're going to hurt us. You're going to hurt the greater good because we're going to get stuck with this guy, Mondami. He wouldn't do it. Do you know why he wouldn't do it? Because he made about $7 million with all of the donations and everything else, and he had all of his family on the payroll. That's why he wouldn't do it. So I love New York. I'm in the subway shaking hands. Bull crap.
Of course he's
Bull crap. So he really stuck it to New York. He also stuck it to his friends because he dumped all over all the guys at ABC, who I know most of them. They're all good guys. And he dumped all over Katsimatidis, who pulled him out of the garbage can. This is your issue. People,
also, there was a day
hold on. People see him because he's got his little red beret on, and they think he's a savior. He's a fraud. He's a fraud. He's going to
he didn't even have a place to live back in the day. I read an article where he like couch surfs and like sleeps on people's couches.
That's exactly true, Ron. That's exactly true.
That's what you want for your mayor.
That is exactly true. I was told, don't let him come to your house. You'll never get rid of him. He's like a cockroach. You think he's got a problem with his gnat? He's like a cockroach. You won't leave. And this is fact.
I love it. What were you going to say?
There was a time when New York was an elegant city.
Sure.
With elegant people who dressed well, behaved well, had manners. Okay,
not defecating on the streets.
Those people have since gone. They're all dead.
Well, they moved away. Well, they moved to Florida.
I'm one of the survivors. Okay, a few. Those people, their children, both my daughters are very elegant, very ladylike, raised by me, Italian and American style. They're New Yorkers like years ago. They dress beautifully. They no tattoos and spears and all that shit with pink hair. None of that crap.
I don't have any pink hair and I don't have any tattoos
Today, the minority has taken over, as they said, and the meek shall inherit the earth. You ain't kidding, baby. They really inherited it. And that's what's running everything. Garbage people, stupid people, uneducated people, arrogant people, foreigners that don't even know what the fuck they're talking about.
You mean like a congressman from Minnesota who married her brother to get him in?
Yeah, like that.
No, they came from a hole in the desert. What do they know? They just
You mean a guy who ran for vice president on the ticket with Mrs. Harris? And is at the head of a multi-billion-dollar fraud?
Which I just read, I think.
And he's still sitting in the governor's mansion in Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't want to do politics, though, either. Anyway, we've got 10 minutes left. So what we're going to do is I'm going to change this conversation. Let's talk entertainment a little bit. You have such a wide knowledge.
Let's talk entertainment.
Ron's best friend was Jane Russell. Do you know who Jane Russell is?
Yes, I do.
Buddy,
that was one of his best friends. And he also knew Elizabeth Taylor. He knew Betty Davis. Sophia Loren. His first movie that he did was with Sophia Loren, and she kissed him on the cheek or something, and he didn't wash his face for a fucking month.
I would have been dead. I had a heart attack. I would have had a heart attack.
I ran home to show my mother the lipstick, and she wasn't there, and I panicked. She said, she's down at Aunt Millie's. So I ran to Aunt Millie's house, and there was my mother, and I stormed in, and my cousin Bertha, everybody was there looking at me. What's wrong, Ronnie? What's wrong? I stood there, and I said, she kissed me, Sophia Loren. Look, proof.
You can't beat that. See, I am of the day where I don't understand. I've said this to you, Jim. You know, personally, we talk all the time. I said I don't understand how young people can go to a movie and I've had nieces and nephews. Oh, we saw this new movie. Yeah, what? Charlie's Angels. What? What? I used to watch that when I was in high school, junior high school. I had a poster of Farrah Fawcett on my wall that my mother was very mad about because it showed a little too much.
Yeah, the one that showed the nipples. I had that poster too.
Everybody did. But this is not a new movie. This is 50 years old. They just celebrated the 50th anniversary of Charlie's Angels this
He's in a bunch
year.
of episodes.
No, I'm not in a bunch. I'm in one.
Oh, he's in an episode of Charlie's
And
Angels.
Farrah Fawcett was probably the shyest woman I've ever met and the most unassuming woman. She was very, very much a hick, a real farmer, I recall her. The one I liked a lot was Jacqueline. Jacqueline was
Smith.
lovely. Jacqueline Smith.
Still going.
Still going. Yep.
Yeah, she
beautiful.
was very kind to me and nice. The girls were nice.
I love Charlie's Angels. I hadn't figured out I was a homo back then, so I had that poster on the wall, and I thought she was beautiful.
But I mean, this is a Hollywood question for you guys. You guys know more than me. You guys forgot more about a woman. Can't you come up with something new? Like
No.
Bunny Man? There you go, right?
That's right. Legend of
There you
the Bunny Man is new.
Well, remakes, as far as I'm concerned, stink.
That's what I
Because
mean.
they try to capitalize on the success of the first movie.
Somebody else. Right.
But it doesn't happen because the second is always just a second. So I never watch them. I don't care who's in them. Even if my best friend, which some of our best friends are in them, I watch them for a minute just so I could say to them, yeah, I saw your movie.
I don't understand. I have kind of maybe a skewed view. To me, making a movie is an art. It's like painting a picture. It's like sculpting a piece of clay. There's a product that's finished. And it's not, it takes a very special individual or group of individuals to make something of value. You can't just throw enough crap up against the wall and hope it sticks. It's just
but they do.
Well, that's it. It's just like my business. Well, I have this thing. I need $20 million. Why? Well, I'm going to open up a commercial bakery. Why? Well, my grandmother had a great chocolate chip cookie recipe.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for my cousin Vito, who's got a heater, and I'm not going to blow my brains out. But how did you get in my office, first of all? And second of all, what are you talking about? It's crazy, but people think like that. I have a whole crew of doctors that are great clients, and every year, like clockwork, we're going to open up a restaurant. The only thing you know about opening up about restaurants is how to order dinner. No, we can do it. Yeah. Where are you going to get your staff? Where are you going to get your silverware? Where are you going to get your provisions? Who are you going to hire? Who's going to be your insurance carrier? People don't know anything. And that's a problem because people, in the movie business, it seems like, you can just, this is an idea. It's not an idea. You got to excite me. Get me excited. Show me something I haven't seen before. Give me a performance of somebody. I don't know. I mean, these Marvel comic movies, they make a fortune.
Make a
I've never
fortune.
watched any of them.
Because the audiences today don't want to think. They want to watch a movie and see action, because action, you don't have to think to see action.
Right, exactly.
But you have to think if somebody's doing a monologue of a wonderful speech like Barbara Stanwyck did in that movie where she was in love with the priest, where she tells him, I may be old, but I feel young and I have desire. That speech to me is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen on film. I wrote a wonderful movie about an Italian guy married to a Jewish woman. She's a bookie, he's in the mafia. And it's 1943. And they're out to help the American Army stop the saboteurs in Brooklyn Navy Yard. It's hilariously funny, very, very ethnic in both sides. And I can't get anybody to be interested in it because you know why? It takes brain thought.
You have to think about
You
it.
have to listen to the jokes to say, "Oh, I get it. It's funny."
And you have to understand the joke.
Yeah, it's not throwing a pie in the face. A pie
Right.
in the face, you laugh, ah, like a stupid ass.
Soupy Sales.
Somebody got hit with a pie.
Right. There's
But
a name, right? Soupy Sales. You remember him? Soupy Sales.
Soupy Sales, remember Soupy
But
Sales?
if
I
it-
got it.
Oh, good. Sure. But so and that's why we have problem. I'm in such terrible movies. I don't care. I'm never in them again because if they offer me one more clown movie, I'm going to punch him in the face. I mean, I'm done with clown movies. Now I'm moving up into other films. I hope there's a film that gives me a chance to show that I know how to act and that I can be another character. But they don't allow it. They want Ron the Mafia, Ron the Brooklyn guy. Ron, we're hiring you because of your Brooklyn accent. And I say, okay, I can get rid of it. If I want to, I can speak very clearly and not Brooklyn.
Ron, I can also talk to you about the ROI and the return on your investment and what the market correction is going to look like. But I can also say, hey, how did you get my commercial bakery? Because your grandmother had a chocolate. Get the hell out of here. I can say that too. Who the hell let you win? Hey, Janelle, get him the hell out of here.
What are some of your favorite movies?
I love, my very favorite movie of all time, you laugh, The Wizard of Oz. And
like
The Wizard of Oz, if you think about it, The Wizard of Oz is a great story because here's three guys, right? Three guys who thought they needed something, but they had it all along. The Scarecrow wasn't dumb. The Lion wasn't a coward. And the Tin Man had a heart. And it took little Toto to pull the curtain back on the Great Wizard of Oz, and he was just a little short, fat, bald guy. That's all he was.
But it was also
He scared everybody.
It was also 1939. If that movie were never made in 39 and they made it today, it would not have been that way. They would have had to have ethnic colors. One guy had to be black, one had to be Spanish, one had to be Chinese.
Well, one guy was made out of metal.
What do you
One guy
think?
was a mammal. I mean,
Wait a minute. What do you think Wizard of Oz would be? Would you like it? Would it be a hit? No, it wouldn't because it's too forced upon. We know everybody in this country who they are and what colors they are. We don't need it forced down our face, and they don't like it either. Black people do not like being forced down anyone's throat. They say, let them accept us for our talent and our looks. That's what I believe in.
I am not a big fan of the Rocky series, and I will tell you why. If you watch that movie, even the first Rocky, a referee would have stopped that fight in the first round. The amount of punches that were thrown, it's not a real story. You know what? A movie I really loved, 8 Men Out. It's based on a true story.
Great
8 Men Out.
What
Great
movie?
cast.
8 Men Out. It's a baseball movie.
Great cast. I mean, a great cast. Everybody from Charlie Sheen to who's John Cusack is in it. I mean, there's some great actors in that. I didn't like The Natural. I never understood The Natural.
Robert Redford.
I never understood it. It's too many pieces missing. Why did the woman shoot him? Is it Barbara Hershey? Barbara Hershey shot him.
Barbara Hershey.
Glenn Close shot him. I mean, good cast. Good cast. I don't understand the movie. I don't like it.
Well, that's the problem with movies today too, though. They don't have a beginning, a middle, and an end. That's what Ron always says.
There's no
you gotta have a
glue.
movie with a beginning, a middle, and an end that explains it all. And
They don't
movies today
have
don't
that.
do that.
There's
And,
no
these,
glue.
and these friggin' flashbacks, they do 50 million flashbacks today.
We saw some movie the other day.
I mean, you get a headache.
Another great movie. Now, again, they make a sequel. Wall Street, the original Wall Street, Oliver Stone, phenomenal movie.
Yeah,
Phenomenal movie.
But
The
first
second
one's
one,
great.
the second one, ridiculous. They could have done so much better with that. But the first one, they really went down to Wall Street. And they talked to guys who did things. And they learned. Now they just throw stuff. This Shia LaBeouf, is that how do I pronounce his name?
Shia LaBeouf, yeah.
Every time I pick up the paper, he's getting arrested or he's doing something stupid or, I mean, I don't want to watch a movie with him.
Which is too bad because he had one really good movie. The one where
I don't-
he's
I
on
don't
house,
even know who
when he-
you're
where he's on
talking
house
about.
arrest and the guy next door is murdering everybody in his basement. I forgot what it was called, but it was a
You
good
see-
movie.
You
Was
see
it?
what you're talking about? And everybody's murdering. All you see in these stupid, cheesy films is blood, guts, a knife in a woman's mouth. Boom, she got stabbed in
Wait,
her
do you have a
face.
favorite old movie? Like an
Old movie. Wizard of Oz is an old movie.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
I love John Wayne in The Searchers with
You know
Natalie Wood. Right, I love that. And what's the other one? I think that the Quiet Man, where he fights Victor McLaughlin.
Oh, I don't know that one.
John Wayne, Victor McLaughlin.
I know
Quiet
the
Man.
movie.
It's always on around St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, we actually saw some movie the other night. It was John Wayne and Sophia Loren. What was that movie?
No, he threw me. He got me too. quick.
Anyway, it was a really good movie. I've seen it before, but
The movie that I liked the best was The Letter with Betty Davis, because I look for performance. I look for holding me in the moment. When she does the soliloquy about how he came in and tried to molest her, and she got the gun, and she goes on and on and on and on. The speech alone, they had to shoot once. They didn't have a cut there. So Betty had to memorize about 30 pages. And that to me is a talent. And the way she handled it is absolutely theater at its best. The best. In fact, it's coming on. I think it's coming on. I've watched it about 50 times.
Big John Wayne fan. But I will tell you this: I'll watch, and it's kind of sacrilege. I'll watch an Alfred Hitchcock movie, and whether I guess they do the editing kind of that way they do it because it just cuts so abruptly.
I like Rear Window. That's my
Rear
favorite.
Window's good. Psycho.
Psycho's
great.
good.
It's
And
great.
we also watched the one with the
North by Northwest.
North by Northwest, and what's the other one where with Jimmy Stewart?
Vertigo.
Those are the 4 best ones.
Well,
All
Mr. Smith Goes to Washington.
Oh, that's a
Love
good
that
one
too.
too.
Love that. Good book, by the way.
Guys,
Buy that book.
here's Dominick's book, What They Will Never Teach You in Grad School, Not Even in Harvard. It's available on Amazon. Get it. It's in a Kindle. It's a paperback. We'll have to do this again, but we have to let you go because we have another guest coming on. But we want to thank you for coming on. And
Guys, thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Dominic, nice meeting you. Hope to see you in person.
You will. You will see me soon, and I appreciate the time, guys. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
I'll
Bye-bye.
If I can just say one thing, to you, not to you guys. I'm done talking to you guys. All you folks, listen. I dedicated the book to Mr. Starr
There you go.
because
Thank you.
he was the engine that got me off my, as my Jewish friends say, tuchus to write the book.
Right.
There you go. That
There
true
you go.
story.
Thank you.
True
And
story.
please
I only tell the truth. You might not like it, but I'll always tell you the truth.
give
That's what-
our best to Anna and
Okay,
Chanel.
you got it. And
All right.
we'll see you soon. Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye, Dominic.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
Bye, Dom.
take care.
Yay! All right, everybody. So that's Dominick Valenti. He's very, very cool. The book is really, really good. I learned a lot from it. And so you guys should get it. We want to thank everybody in the chat room. They said they love your stories of the old films and the old stars in the chat room. They love those stories.
Well, it's true. I would suggest everybody watch The Letter. It's on this week with Betty Davis. It's about how she murders her lover and pretends that he was not her lover, but he came to molest her. And the story
It's a good
is
movie.
fabulous.
Yeah.
And Betty's performance is beyond theater. Wonderful. I think it's Betty's best performance. I've talked to Betty Davis about movies that she was in, and she said Voyager was one of her favorite movies, but she loved playing in the hell.
We got to go. So go.
Oh, we have to go. Anyway, the newer one that she thought she could have got an Academy Award, but she didn't. All About Eve. Her performance in All About Eve was very much who she was in person. So I don't consider that acting. But The Letter was totally out of character. Betty Davis is nothing like the woman in The Letter in person. And that's what impressed me. Unbelievable.
All right, you guys. We're going to bring on our next guest. Let's let her in, Juan. Hey! Hey.
Look at this one. Forget about it.
Hey, aw, you're so sweet. Hi, Jimmy. Hi,
I'm not
Ron.
sweet.
Oh my
I'm not
God.
sweet. I'm telling the truth.
Aw,
I bet you get hit on all the time.
not really.
Not
I
really.
intimidate a lot of men because I'm confident and I've got my
No,
stuff
you're
fabulous.
You're a hit chick.
Oh, thank you so much.
Wait, let me do a real intro. Hey, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, singer, dancer, choreographer, and original member of the Mary Jane Girls, Maxi Bond. And hello and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited. I just love you guys.
Good. Well, you look fabulous.
You are. You are. As
Thank
we
you
say in
so much.
Brooklyn, you're one sexy tomato.
Oh, thank you so much.
I love
I
it.
do try to keep my sexy though. I always tell women, just because you're 50 doesn't mean you have to wear granny panties and put on Birkenstock or sandals.
You're
I'll
right.
be sexy till the day I die.
Tell her how old you are.
Why?
Because it fits the conversation that we're having. He's going to be 86.
I'll be 86 in May.
And you look fabulous. Palm
Thank you.
Springs is doing you quite well. You're drinking
No,
from
Palm
the
Springs
well.
is 80. We need to go back.
I need to go back to Florida to get young moisture. The desert's so
Yeah,
dry.
it's very dry there. It is. It's
flaky.
very
Your skin
dry.
is
Yes.
flaky.
Just walk
In
around.
Florida, you puff out. You're puffing. You get better looking.
So
That's
we have a chat room with some people in it. Say hi to everybody in the chat room. They're all saying how you look amazing. So say
Oh
hi
my
to the
God,
chat
thank
room.
you, everyone.
So you guys, Max,
Well, wait, what was the point in telling her my age?
because she was talking about she takes care of, and when you're a certain age, doesn't mean you have to wear Maxi. You don't have to wear Birkenstocks and diapers and.
Yeah, I mean, you're still
conversation.
very
My
attractive.
age.
Even
Why
for
do you,
your age.
mentioned
why
her
do you
age.
give her your age?
I'm 62. I'll be 62 in
You're
October.
no kid.
You're
You
very
know,
attractive even for your age. I'm just saying you're still very attractive.
He gets hit on everywhere. He gets hit
Yeah.
on everywhere we go by guys and girls. So it's fun. But he's used to being, when you guys are good looking, you're used to it. So when it happens, you don't even recognize.
Oh,
It's true. We don't.
you're a cutie yourself. I can
Thank
just
you.
pinch those cheeks.
There you go. So let's talk about you a little bit. So first of all, because I know we have.
Wait, first of all, that stupid name of your group. Who the hell named you the Mary Janes?
Girls.
Rick James, he was the black version of Willie Nelson. He was an advocate for marijuana, so he took the girly girl thing from the Mary Jane candies and the shoes, and he kind of incorporated the name in with his marijuana use and his his liking for marijuana. I would say it like that.
That I didn't even know though that had anything to do with that until I researched you coming on the show. I just thought it was the Mary Jane Girls. So I'm from the generation that didn't get that.
Yeah,
It went over our head.
maybe it's my mentality because when I was a young fella, a Mary Jane girl was like a sissy girl. She wore shoes with buckles and
Yes,
gray.
that was the girly girl part. Yes, the girly girl part.
They weren't. I mean, you're a hot looking broad. You can't be a Mary Jane.
Oh, thank you.
When you talk about pot, maybe it makes some sense. But I would have named you the Hotties.
Oh, yes.
They were all very hot. So what I read online though is that in the Mary Jane Girls, you guys were kind of like the first Spice Girls. Everybody had kind of like a different look. Like one was like the hot one, and you were like the leather one.
Yes, I was considered the leather queen, dominatrix type, like a female Billy Idol type. Each girl had a character, and yes, actually, I think it was Simon Cowell who called Rick and said he was going to put a girl group together, and he was going to kind of bite off the idea. So we kind of were.
But you were first.
Four different individual sexy lingerie kind of characters. So
you guys were gorgeous.
So what songs did they do that I would know?
The Mary Jane Girls, All Night Long, and In My House, I think, are your two biggest hits, right?
Yes, All Night Long has made us the most sampled female group in music history. It's been sampled by everyone from Jennifer Lopez, Big Daddy Kane, Groove Theory. The list goes on and on. From rappers to R&B singers, it's been at least 13 artists have used that to recreate a new song.
We can't when we're not doing the show, we can't play it because YouTube will cut us off because of who put the music out. They'll cut us off if we try to play it. So I'll play it for him later so he knows. We're going to play
it. Yes. It's something else that I think has to do with Universal owning the rights now.
Universal owns it. Universal. They're not nice to people who use
No,
their.
they just want to make money all the time. So,
So you guys, the Mary Jane
Yeah,
girls.
but wait a minute. They're stupid people. They're ignorant. You know why? If they played your music now, somebody would buy it. They'd still make money. So
Exactly.
fuck you, because you're not going to make money on her, because you won't let
a
us.
lot of people want to use it on Instagram posts and things of that nature. So, I've been.
No, they would be. They're stupid. If we have 5 million people that watch us. We're all over the world.
Right.
We're the biggest in England. People speak English.
Well, the nice thing about it is Sherry and I from the group, we have our own version of Rick's vision of the group, where we go out as original Mary Jane girls, Maxi and Sherry, because that's a statement of fact. We've been kind of held back from the estate of having the original name of the group. So, but Sherry and I go out and we perform the songs, and hopefully people still go out and buy the albums and the music, and they download it. And, the response to our concerts are really wonderful. So we get a really nice size audience.
We want them to buy your new songs, but I understand that because we're very good friends with the girls from Expose.
Yes, and they're my girls too. I love them. We've done quite a few shows with them.
So Joya Bruno has been a friend of mine for like 25 years.
Is that the cute little one with the dogs and all?
Yes.
That's my girl. Yeah, she's a spunky little thing. I call her little. She's an original. No, she should have been a Spice Girl, because that girl's really spicy.
She's fabulous. I used to be a clothing designer, and I had a store, and she used to shop. I used to dress her for music videos. I'm actually in some of her music videos. And
I love that.
We just love her to death. And
I'm going to see her soon on an upcoming show, so I'm going to mention.
You tell her that you were on our show, because she's just fabulous. One of my favorite, and she's also one of my favorite singers. I think that she sings better than a lot of the big solo people that are out today.
I agree. All those girls are really talented. I'm sorry, Ron.
Maxi.
Yes.
When you see her, tell her that Ron Russell plays her for your eyes only.
All the time.
Because no one sings it like she does.
She did a cover of the James Bond.
That now.
Oh my God. She sing that song. What a voice.
Yeah, it's from the James Bond movie.
James Bond. Play it. You'll love it. Her voice is phenomenal.
And so is yours. And so one of the things I read online that I thought was weird is that a lot of people that you got compared to a lot of people because you guys were so hot. Like Apollonia, I didn't even think she was that big a deal. Like, you guys were way bigger. And that you always had to defend yourselves because people looked at you as being hot before your vocal talent, although everybody in the group is a fucking superstar and everybody in the group sings really, really well.
Thank you so much. Well, the rivalry didn't come from, it came from media, because the real rivalry was between Prince and Rick James.
There you go. Okay, that makes sense.
Nothing to do with us. Hold on 1 second, please.
That's so funny.
I'm on an interview. I'll call you back, dear heart. Okay, bye. Children are kids,
Yes. Well, I think that makes sense now that you got it. And I did write that down that you got you and Sherry perform as the Mary Jane Girls, starring Maxi and Sherry of the original Mary Jane.
Actually, the full titles, and this I really want to clear up, because I know you're worldwide, and this really helps, because for years people have been going out and buying tickets to see the Mary Jane Girls. The Mary Jane Girls do not have me in that group, and it does not have Sherry in the group. It doesn't have JoJo in the group, and it doesn't have Corvette in the group. So there's only one member left. I'm not naming names, but the estate of Rick James, Rick's daughter, licensed it out to some girls that
are not the Mary Jane Girls,
except for one member. And it's, like I say, opinions are like buttholes. It's not, I don't think Rick would approve of it. And that's just my opinion. He wouldn't approve of that version of it. So I always want to make clear, when you see the Mary Jane Girls, you have an option to go buy a ticket and see that version. But if you want to see the Leather Queen, and you want to see the Valley Girls, Sherry and Maxi, and our lead singer sang with Tina Marie for many years, so we consider her family. That make sure when you see original Mary Jane Girls with a Maxi and Sherry, you're purchasing what you're getting as a buyer.
Absolutely.
because there's been many people that have gone to see the Mary Jane Girls and they've
It's not
been
you.
very disappointed and gone back to the box office and wanted their money back. And this is this truth I hear from promoters. So make it clear, everyone. Original Mary Jane Girls, Maxi and Sherry, you're going to get the Girl in the Leather and the Valley Girl. I've replaced one of the members, the glamorous girl, and the lead singer that we have now sang with Teen Marie. So that's the best you're going to get, because I'm not sure. I never say never, but I just don't know when. It's been since 85 that we've been together. It's been 40, almost 40 years now that the original members have not gotten back together. So we are the best you're going to get as far as
Absolutely.
Is everybody still alive?
everybody's still around, but you know, life takes different paths. Everybody has a different path. And I still communicate with Corvette online. I have a relationship with Sherry, of course, from the group, but I really haven't spoken to any of the other girls.
But you've never really thought about reunited?
No, she doesn't get along with them.
Oh yeah, we
Well, I mean, listen,
I personally
nobody-
I personally would do it for the fans, but you know, people's lives go in separate avenues, and then you know, just girls and you know, the cat, you know,
no, but
sometimes you just
listen,
can't.
listen,
That's why I appreciate. I would say I appreciate the boy bands like New Edition and that. Even though like the Johnny Gills and the Bobby Browns have the beef, they can get together and make their bag and get their money, you know. But girls, the emotional aspect of it and the cat fighting, and it's
Hold
really
on,
hard
let
to
him
even keep a girl group together because
Yes, that's true.
the first thing you learn in entertainment is you leave your personal feelings
at the door.
behind. It's
At-
all about the act.
Yes.
Now, many movie stars hated each other, but yet
Oh, of
they
course,
kissed
especially
and
Betty Davis and
Joan Crawford. For
Joan
example.
Crawford.
But I'm talking more like Clark Gable and a few other women that hated
Yeah.
him because he had a bad breath with his false teeth. But they had to kiss him. So couldn't you girls put your feelings beside you and say, this is for the act, let's go?
For me, like I said, I would do it for the fans, but I just don't know how I could sit in a car or sit in a dressing room or with people that have actually sabotaged me or have stolen money from me. And I'm talking
Rise above it, rise above it.
Anyway, I want to go forward for this. So
Yeah.
here's what I want to do. I want to talk a little bit more about some of the stuff the music has been in and stuff, but I also want to make sure we play some new songs. So we're going to play the Elevate song because this is
Yeah.
a solo single from you. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, I did this song. Well, I actually just started. I started writing just for sync placements, and then when I was with the producer, he said, "You know, you really ought to just do this yourself, and you know, get out there and perform in that." And I still do my girls. I'm not leaving my girls, so let's make that clear. But I'll be booking shows around the girls. You know, I give it like a certain window, and then if there's an opening, I'm going to fill that with a club date, and especially for my LGBTQ community. I've already booked my first show, July 18th. It's going to be at a drag club. So, you know, it's going to be wonderful. And some of the drag stars are going to be with me. I'm excited for that. But I wrote this song, Elevate, because we live in a time where we're on a 30-day hamster wheel to pay bills. And some of us are working 2-3 jobs and being single mothers out here and even single fathers out here. And you know, the pressures of politics and, you know, the division we have in that I wrote this because we need to take a moment, just a moment for yourself to either meditate or get a massage or, you know, go to church or go out into nature or, you know, take some time for yourself. Just take a minute to elevate and lift that heavy head and heart up off your shoulders and your neck. So I'm happy to do this song because it's a really nice, I call it the grown and sexy EDM. It's not that I drank 10 cups of coffee.
We have a lot. Last week, our whole show was EDM. Everybody on it was like a famous EDM person.
Yes.
So
But I
we're
call
gonna
my music more grown and sexy because it's more laid back. It still has rhythm. It still has a dance ability to it. It makes you want to still move. But this song
Let's hear
is
it.
very relaxing.
it.
And it's just a message. Just take a moment for yourself and elevate in life. You have to take that time.
So hang on a second, everybody. We're going to play the one that says Maxi Bond Elevate.
I'm ready to dance.
So everybody, this is one of the new singles by Maxi Bond of the original members of the Mary Jane Girls. The name of the song is Elevate. Enjoy, and we'll be right back.
Let's go, 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 elevate, 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 elevate. Let go your emotion, elevate. Take some time to elevate. Give it some devotion, elevate. Let's go, elevate, let's go, let's go, let's go. Take some time. Elevate, give it some devotion. Elevate, let's go. Elevate, let's go. Elevate, let go your emotion. Elevate, take some time to elevate. Give it some devotion. Elevate, let's go. Elevate, let's go. Let's go. Take some time to let's go. Take some time. Take some time to take some time to let's go. Elevate, let go your emotion. Elevate, take some time to elevate. Give it some devotion. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Let go your emotion. Elevate, take some time to elevate. Give it some devotion. Elevate, let's go. Elevate, give it some devotion. Give it some devotion. Devotion. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Let's go. Elevate, let's go. Let's go. Take some time to take some time. Take some time to take some time to
Hey, Elevate by Maxi Bond, everybody.
Did you like it?
Loved it. I loved it. And how, because I think I read someplace that you, in your sabbatical, when you weren't doing anything with the Mary Jane Girls, that you were a celebrity chef. Are you a good cook?
Very much so. I get that from a lot of people. Yeah, I've cooked for many stars from Lenny Kravitz to the Jacksons. Yes,
I
my
like
first
that.
cookbook was called Champagne and Collard Greens, and it featured all of that. I don't know what that is. Somebody must be trying to call in or something on the computer.
Right,
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
sorry about that. Yeah, my first cookbook was entitled Champagne and Collard Greens. I did that back in the MySpace days, and
I
now
miss MySpace. I loved MySpace.
yes, me too. Me too. Now I cook real healthy. I've been a superfoods guru for about 30 years now. I've been eating anti-aging, disease-fighting foods for 30 years.
Oh, good for you. Actually, so you guys were originally on Gordy Records. We have this friend,
Motown, yes.
Ozzy Aziz. We have this friend Ozzy, and she came to dinner here one night. She used to be a singer. That's how I knew her. Now she's a yogi. But she brought one of the Gordys here for dinner. I forgot who. She didn't tell us who she was bringing. But,
The gentleman, the guy.
no, it was a lady. It was a lady.
Probably Sherry Gordy.
And she was beautiful. She was like lovely.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. It's probably Sherry Gordy. She's a beautiful lady. Yes.
We had a blast with them. I also read you guys got inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, I was surfing online to see what was like online for all of you guys, but you were a celebrity chef. I read with that, and then your music has been in a ton of movies, and I've seen a lot of them. But the one I like the best is "Don't Mess with the Zohan," because Ron's friends with Lenny Kazan, and she's one of the people in that movie,
Okay.
which was a hilarious movie.
Was she difficult?
They just used the music in it, so they
Yeah,
were.
I wasn't in it. I was in Earth Girls Are Easy though. I did some of the dance parts in Earth Girls Are
Oh,
Easy.
did you really?
Yes. And it's so funny because there was a time when I guess Rick James's estate or Rick James himself thought I was still under contract with him, and I really tried to do acting and things of that nature. I auditioned for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and it was between me and two other girls, and I was called to the front desk. I changed my name to Kim, which was my real name instead of Maxi at the time, and I was handed my picture and resume and told, don't come back till you're not with Rick James Management anymore. And I tried to do a lot of things for many years, and it was always shot down because of, Rick's thing was those girls will have day jobs. They'll never work in the industry again, which for somebody we've dedicated so much time to, for him and the group, I think he was just bitter because we left, and we did leave because of the drug use. It got to the point where, we weren't getting paid anymore, and that's why the group disbanded.
The management screws things up for everybody, though. I know that.
But I wasn't really under contract anymore. It was just hateful. We don't want any of you to succeed type of thing. And I signed up with Julie McDonald in her dance agency. And I started doing music videos. I played like Marilyn Monroe in, what was the song? Anything Can Happen by, oh my God, what was the name of the group? It had Sweet Pea in the group. I can't remember the group. I did a lot of music videos and things like that. So I auditioned and I got this part doing dance parts in Earth Girls Are Easy.
That's a funny movie too. That's a fun
movie.
movie.
Yes, with Gina Davis and
we do a lot with movies because I produce a lot of movies and he's in a lot of movies, so we like
that. Go back and look, you'll see me in there. And then Julian Temple was the director, and when he found out who I really was, he was upset because I would have put you in the starring role. I would have put you instead of Angeline in the lead. And I was like, no, you didn't want to do that because it probably would have been shelved, because if I would spend millions of dollars to do this movie, and he probably would have had it shelved,
So also I noticed that you guys performed. These are all like the biggest shows on the planet. Top of the Pops, Dance Fever, Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve in 1984, Solid Gold, American Bandstand, the Motown Revue starring Smokey Robinson. Did you get nervous back then when you performed for those huge shows?
Oh, I never get nervous. I'm very confident. Like I do not.
Yeah, this one never.
The stage is my home. That's like, I don't. I'm like, I'm ready to go. Let's show them what I'm working with. That's my attitude. So, but I never got nervous, but I did get excited. I mean, it was beautiful meeting Dick Clark and, all these wonderful, what was Terry, what was his name? The Dance Fever guy.
Denny Terrio.
Yeah, I knew it was with a T somehow. But yeah, meeting all these wonderful hosts and even being on these types of shows just was an honor. It just, you made it when you're shaking hands with Dick Clark, when you're
we did an event with Denny Terrio in New York a couple years ago.
Yeah, is he still around?
Yeah, he's still around.
Oh, great. He's still dancing, right?
Yeah, oh, yes. Do you want to ask a question?
Not right now.
Not right now? Okay, so I will ask another question. First of all, so how, because I know you have another song coming out, Plan B or something that's going to come out.
That's the title of the EP. It's called Plan B.
The EP is called Plan B.
It has 4 songs on it, right? Four house EDM songs on it, and the project is called Plan B.
And you have another song called Moment in Time.
Moment in Time.
So I'm going to play that one for everybody too, so we can hear it. And
okay.
And then that way those are the only 2 solo things that are so far released, right?
No, actually the whole EP will be available. I believe 14th or 15th it comes out on TuneCore.
Oh, of April. So it's coming out in a week.
Yeah, next week it should be available. Yes.
I love it. All right, everybody. So this is another Maxi Bond single. It'll be on her new EP, Plan B. The name of the song is Moment in Time. Enjoy, everybody. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, so you guys, that was Moment in Time by Maxi Bond. Again, you can follow her on Instagram. She's at Super Maxi B. And so what's coming up for you? Besides you releasing the EP, do you have any shows that are already on the books that you can tell people about?
I'll be at, I just got the flyer. I know the original Mary Jangles, we have some shows pending. I have no definite dates yet for that, but I have booked. It's going to be, let's see here.
Do you guys do Gay Pride as the Mary Jane girl?
It's a Pride week. It's a drag show, back to the 80s drag show. I'll make sure I send it over to you. It looks like July 18th, and it's going to be in Visalia, California at the, what is the name of the place? Let's see here. Excuse me.
I've never even heard of Visalia, California. I don't know where that is, but okay.
It's up north somewhere.
That's okay. We can everybody, you can follow Maxi, and it'll be on her Instagram if you.
Yeah, it'll be on there. Yeah, so it'll be July 18th. It's like from 6 to 9, and they'll be featuring some of the drag girls as well. And I'll be performing my new music.
Who are some of the legacy artists that you've enjoyed performing with? Like you said, you've done stuff with Expose. Have you done stuff with a lot of different legacy? I consider you guys like a legacy act.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see. Well, definitely Expose. Then the old school groups, of course, the Daz Band, the Lakesides, things like the Isley Brothers, Denise Williams.
Oh, I love Denise Williams.
Oh, yeah, wonderful. Yes, wonderful. So, yeah, some great iconic groups like that.
We've had a bunch of really big groups on the show. We've had Kool and the Gang. We've had Earth, Wind, and Fire, Philip Bailey, Chicago. We get a lot of all different genres of music from the older days.
My friend Shawnee Mack, he sings lead for Kool and the Gang now. He's the friend.
Okay. And then we had the people, I forgot, Chairman of the Board. I don't know if you'll remember them. They sang Give Me Just a Little More Time. That was like Ron and I's song when we met.
And my friends at Pretty Poison, we've performed with them as well. And then
have you done anything with Stevie B? I know that's a different genre of music.
Stevie B, we've done some shows with Stevie B. It's kind of a mix. It's like old school mix, John B, Stevie B.
We had John B. Actually, we had John B on the show, and we played his new song, and YouTube, that's how we knew we can't play people's songs, because YouTube flagged the show, and the show got thrown off the air live.
Wow. Well, you won't get flagged for playing my music.
It will eventually. When it all hits and it gets big, you probably will, but that's okay.
Well, from your lips to God's ears,
Absolutely. So, you guys, this is Maxi Bond. You can follow her on Instagram at Super Maxi B. Next week, her EP comes out called Plan B. You heard Elevate a Moment in Time here. We want to thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it. We love your talent, and you look terrific.
Thank you. And I love that you invited me. You're going to bring me to tears.
No, it's congratulations and welcome for your comeback. And I hope it all goes really smooth. We're supporting you.
Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate all of it.
Bye.
Fun interview.
Bye.
Maxi.
All right, everybody. So we got we got 2 minutes left, but I just thought we would just come on real quick and say thanks, everybody. We appreciate everybody's support all the time. Chat room, we didn't say hi to all the people that have joined us, but Hub Reynolds is in the chat room. Jeff Caperton is in the chat room. Jeff, you got to quit putting up all those underwear pictures unless you're trying to become like a gay pinup, because I saw a new one today on TikTok that looks like you're had a cucumber in your pants.
Leave it alone, everybody. You know what? Everybody's enjoying a good piece of meat. I mean, no, really. Most actors look like women. They have camel toe. Let him show his manliness. I like that. I show my manliness. We're men. We got bananas. We don't have camel toe. What's he going to do? Shove it up his ass to hide it?
No, that's funny. So that is
Jeff,
funny.
keep it hanging. Keep it swinging, baby. We love it.
Also, did I say Hub Reynolds is in there? And we have a really cool guest coming on next week. Now I forgot who it is, but it'll be a lot of fun. So we want to thank everybody for tuning in and for all the support. The show will go up on YouTube in a couple hours. And we'll see you guys next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
See you next week. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Maybe.
Bye.
Jimmy, this is MC Alfred. I'm just chilling. Jimmy saw yo sitting down of designing. Where every man them are thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Stark, new celebrity.
We'll take you out.